What is the best research tool out there? Is it Perplexity, or maybe the new alternative by Google, Google Deep Search, or maybe even a tool that most of you probably don't know, which is called Storm, which is an experimental tool by Stanford. I'm going to compare all of these in this short video. This video is a follow-up from a video that I published a few days ago, in which I covered the new Google Deep Research tool. I find it and found it amazing, and a lot of people in the comment section said that it doesn't seem to be better than Perplexity, specifically Perplexity Pro. So I decided to run a short comparison. Obviously, there are no disclaimers. The comparison is only for one specific use case, and it depends on your use case, and it depends on many different aspects. And obviously, the scoring we are going to use is also going to be subjective. But I wanted to do it to try to compare apples to apples as much as possible, and I will share with you how exactly I did it in this video. So at the beginning, we will cover each tool: Perplexity Pro, Storm, and Google Deep Research. Afterwards, I will show you the research that I've conducted in each one of these, and at the end, I will share with you the results, which are subjective grading by an LLM. So let's get going. First of all, I'm sure that most of you know Perplexity Pro. This is Perplexity Pro, a very famous LLM connected to a search engine. Basically, the Pro version is supposed to provide more data, up-to-date data, and a lot of people seem to be really enjoying it. I don't use the Pro very often because I think the alternatives, I mean, I don't want to give you the spoiler, but I don't use Pro so often. Now, I think the Pro costs $20 per month. I'm not sure. Check it out. I'm going to completely ignore the cost in this video because the costs are negligible. $20, or the Google Gemini alternative is $70. And Storm is completely free, but I don't think, I mean, all tools provide a good value for your money, and I think anyway, costs are pretty low. So this is the first alternative. The second alternative is this tool by Stanford, the Stanford team, which basically the flow is you provide a topic. I provided a topic to all the for all free research in all free tools. I provided the same topic. So you provide a topic, and then it generates research. It's more academia oriented. And the last one is the Gemini Deep Research, which, as you can see, you provide, again, you provide a topic, and then it writes the plan, and then it gets going, starts scraping different sources, and at the end, it provides a detailed research. Okay, so what I wanted to do, I wanted all three of the tools to provide a research about the state of AI coding assistance, opportunities, and investments related. So I just wrote this very shallow prompt. Although at the beginning I used like the Anthropic prompt expander because I wanted to do something more thorough, but then I saw that not relevant in all three alternatives. So for example, in Storm, you can just write you are limited to 20, I think 20 characters or something like this. Let me share. Yeah, you are limited when creating the name of the article. You can provide a prompt afterwards in the next step. So I provided the prompt over here. Let me show you the exact prompt. I have it here. And this prompt was generated by the Anthropic in Anthropic console. Guess that you don't know. So you come here, console, Anthropic, generate a prompt, write something very shallow. Right. About AI coding assistant, their state, their potential, main competitors, etc. And after you do this, it's going to provide a much more detailed prompt, as you can see here. Yes, so you can see here, you are tasked, so providing a role, providing step-by-step examples, step-by-step instructions, examples, etc. Let me just share with you the prompt quickly. You are tasked with conducting research about AI coding assistants. Your goal is to provide a comprehensive overview of the topic, including potential main competitors and other relevant information. Follow these steps to complete the research task. Begin by defining AI coding assistants and their primary functions. Identify the list of main competitors. For each competitor, provide like a comparison, identify ethical considerations, discuss future trends, conclude with a summary of your finding, etc. So this is just an example. The actual prompt that I've used over here is slightly different, but it's not so crucial for the video. So if you want, I can share it later. Then what I did, I came to Claude and I asked Claude to generate parameters for assessing a research paper. So we said, first of all, research depth and coverage is going to be a scale of 0 to 30 points. And this is, let's say, it's going to provide a score of 25 to 30 if the research is exhaustive, research using multiple credible sources, comprehensive market coverage, 20 to 24 points if there is strong research with good source variety. The next parameter is data quality and validation. The next one is analysis and insights. And the last one is documentation and presentation. So it's going to provide, for example, 15 points for a well-organized professional format, clear visual / chart. Now, so I gave this prompt to Perplexity and here to Storm and over here to Google Gemini. So let's see what each one of them provided. We will start with Storm. So this is, sorry, we will start with Perplexity. This was provided by Perplexity. The AI coding assistant market is rapidly evolving, driven by advancements in generative AI technologies and increasing demand for automation in software development. So, giving background, I'm not going to read everything because it's going to be exhaustive. Current market trends in AI coding assistants, increased automation, diverse applications, regional growth, so some numbers, venture capitalist investments in the sector. So, let's see if there are like some data. Major tech companies like Google and Microsoft are heavily investing in this space through products like GitHub Copilot and Google's AI coding tools. Some takeaways. Now, main competitors. So GitHub Copilot, Tab9, I don't know them. Replit, obviously. Amazon Code Whisperer. See market dynamics suggests that while established players dominate, there is room for smaller startups with innovative approaches to carve out niches. Key takeaway, GitHub Copilot remains the leader in the market, but competition for emerging startups is intensifying as developers seek diverse functionalities. Some opportunities for growth, potential challenges and threats, and the conclusion. Let's see the conclusion. The AI coding assistant market is poised for substantial growth driven by technological advancements and increasing demand for automation in software development. Nothing crazy, to be honest. And this was only 3 pages long. Now, the upside of Perplexity is that you have the ability afterwards to ask follow-up questions and you can see related data and very easy to see the sources as well. Let's see which companies are leading the market in AI coding assistance and why. So we can see exactly what it's doing, like the search. Then it's identifying the reasons for the market leadership. And we have the answer, which is tab 9. I have no idea who they are. GitHub Copilot, Amazon Code Whisperer, Replit AI, Telecode. Didn't mention, in my opinion, main players such as. What about Cursor, Windsurf, and Klein? I knew it won't pick up the correct name. Cursor, Surf. Fine. These are pretty new, so let's see if it can find information about them. Okay, so here's the response. Cursor, Windsurf, and Klein are emerging players in the AI coding assistant market, each offering unique features and capabilities that cater to different developer needs. Here's a closer look, and then it covers the key features of Cursor and market position, the key features of Windsurf, market position, and the key features of Klein. And here's a conclusion. Cursor's strength lies in the comprehensive feature set that enhances productivity through real-time collaboration and contextual understanding. Windsurf focuses on optimizing workflow by automating mundane tasks while maintaining a user-friendly interface, and Klein leverages powerful AI integration to provide intelligent debugging and testing capabilities, appealing to developers who require robust assistance throughout their coding processes. Okay, cool. So this was the results by Perplexity. Now moving on to the results that were generated by Gemini. But just before I show you the results that were generated by Google Gemini, first of all, I almost forgot. If you've watched until now and you haven't subscribed yet and you're interested in content related to AI agents and AI coding assistants and business automation in general, please make sure to subscribe. Now, this is how the Google Gemini deep research looks like. You provide the idea, the general idea, and then provides you some steps of research. You can approve or change the plan, and then it starts researching. Over here, you can see exactly all the resources, all the website that it went over. It sometimes can take a few minutes because it scrapes websites, YouTube videos, podcasts, etc. And then it generates a response. Now, I will show you the response in a moment. The great thing about Gemini and also in Perplexity is, as I showed you before in Perplexity, you can ask follow-up questions. In Gemini, you can do the same. You can have the conversation with the final research, and then you can ask follow-up questions. So this is very valuable. And this is something that is non-existent in the third solution that I will show you in a moment. Before going to the third solution, let me show you exactly the output by Google Gemini, the deep research model. So the rise of AI coding assistance, opportunities and investments in transforming landscape, the current state of AI coding assistance, market size and potential growth, ethical considerations, capabilities and limitations. The limitations are interesting, so limited contextual understanding, difficulty addressing edge cases, and inaccuracy and error prone. Then it covers investment trends, potential impact on software in development industry, so increased developer productivity, faster development cycles, improved code quality, enhanced developer satisfaction, and increased accessibility of software development. And here's the conclusion and the works that are cited as references. This page is this summary is 7 pages long. Now, the last one is the Storm by the Stanford team. You just come here, you tell it the topic, and you write what is the purpose of the research. Is using Microsoft Bing under the hood, and I believe it is using GPT-4o in order to generate the response. The research, this is the research. So we have the table of context, a summary, historical context, current state of AI coding assistance, opportunities in AI coding assistance, investment landscape, challenges and limitations, kind of similar, future prospects. It starts with a summary, very academy, vibe and feel, historical context. Over anything interesting? Here, let's go over the summary. AI coding assistants are advanced software tools that utilize artificial intelligence and natural and NLP to assist developers in writing, debugging, and optimizing code. These tools have gained prominence in recent years as they transform software development landscape by automating routine tasks. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Despite the potential, the adoption of AI coding assistants has not been without challenges. Concerns about code quality, ethical consideration, and the risk of developers becoming overly reliant on AI generated suggestions have been raised. Addressing these issues through effective integration strategies and robust validation processes is crucial for maximizing the benefits of these tools while ensuring high standards of code integrity. As the market for AI coding assistants continues to expand, with projections estimating it could reach up to 1.3 trillion by 2032, the landscape is ripe for further innovation and investment. Okay. Now, this is the whole research that was generated by the Storm. One thing to mention about Storm is that I already mentioned it before, but I will mention it again. You can't ask follow-up questions. You get like the summary. You can output it to PDF and you can upload it to Claude or OpenAI and then use it as RAG, a knowledge base, and you can discuss with the code, with the output, but cannot have the conversations that I had with Perplexity as an example, or just ask follow-up questions. So this is something that is important to understand. Let me just see that I'm still recording. Yes. Okay, so we have all these three research papers. Now I wanted to compare the output. So based on my opinion, I kind of gave you like spoilers regarding what I feel, but I will share with you like the bottom line afterwards. But for now, I want to share with you what Claude thought about each one of these research papers. A few things to note. Obviously, this is a subjective scoring. There is a challenge when it comes to grading that often LLMs give better grades to output that was generated by themselves. So this is why I use Claude in order to generate the grades, because we haven't used Claude in any of the generation process of this output. So this was generated by Gemini. Storm is using OpenAI under the hood. Perplexity, I'm not sure exactly how it is working. I think they have their own models trained on OpenAI. I'm not sure, but for sure it wasn't. It didn't use Claude. So Claude provided scores based on the parameters that it defined. These are the parameters. Research depth and coverage, data quality and validation, analysis and insights, and documentation and presentation. And another thing to keep in mind is I didn't disclose to Claude what was the model that generated each paper. So only after it generated the scores, I told him, okay, the first document was generated by Gemini, the second one by Perplexity, and the third one was by the Stanford solution, which is OpenAI based, because I didn't want to bias him. Don't know if it's crucial or not, but I prefer doing it as objective as possible. Now, these were the bottom lines. Google Deep Research got a score of 91 out of 100. Perplexity got a score of 83 out of 100. And Storm got a score of 93 out of 100. The qualitative analysis was Google Deep Research, strongest in ethical consideration and market implications, well-balanced technical and business perspective, comprehensive source citations, could benefit from more case studies. Perplexity Pro, market focus with strong competitive analysis, clear investment insights, practical approach to industry trends, and needs more technical depth and historical context. And Storm was most comprehensive, superior organization and academic approach, excellent historical context and future outlook, and best balance for technical and business aspects. Some key findings about all three of them. We don't care much about this. A few things to mention before I give you like my perspective. There are limitations obviously to this. So the scoring system is subjective. We didn't do any authentication of the data, the resources, and the output. We might have hallucinations in the output. Obviously, each model, each system prompt of each model, each solution is kind of different. So the format obviously is different. So the fact that we gave a high score here for Storm in opposing to Perplexity is probably because Perplexity is biased towards giving us a shorter answer, for example, or is less concerned about formatting, unless we would alter the prompt to give us a longer answer and different formatting. So need to keep that in mind as well. And obviously, it depends on the use case. The fact that these are the scores, and Storm seems to be the best solution, Gemini is second best, and Perplexity is the third. Doesn't mean that these are the best solutions in like absolute best solutions. If you're looking perhaps for fresher data, I think Perplexity is better. If you want to research a specific person, I'm not sure if Storm can do that so well. Let's see, Yaron Been, if it does provide. Account engine cannot process topic related to the personal experience. Okay. So obviously, if you want to research a specific prospect, let's say you have a sales call, you cannot do this with Storm, but with Gemini you can do this, and I showed this in one of my recent videos. Which so we looked for data about Yaron Been myself. We found a lot of data about myself. Stuff that I mentioned in podcasts, stuff that I mentioned in YouTube videos. It also helped me to generate icebreakers and things that I can say in order to impress Yaron Been, assuming that I'm pitching to Yaron Been. So the scores are also context dependent. If you're asking me, like bottom line, we cover the limitations. Let's go to the conclusion. If you're asking me, bottom line, all in all, also considering the cost, I think Gemini Deep Research is the best all-in-all solution because you can also ask follow-up questions. The best UX UI, the cost is negligible. It's like $70. Second best is Perplexity, I guess. Yeah, Perplexity. If you need stuff on the fly and fresh data, Perplexity for sure. But if you need like really well researched, very detailed, I'd go to Storm. Downside of Storm is mostly the fact that you cannot have the conversation and follow-up questions with the model, although you can, as I said, upload it as RAG and then have follow-up questions, perhaps connecting it to OpenAI with search capabilities. So yeah, I'm not sure I would give Perplexity the second highest score, but for sure Gemini is my number one. I guess that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had to record it twice because during first recording I understood that my mic kind of lost power, but all good. I hope the pace was good enough, that the content was valuable. If not, obviously leave your criticism below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. And until next time, keep on automating.